All right, I don't know if I'm live right now. I think I might be. Huh. So, it's my first time doing this, and it's a tiny bit confusing, but... So, let's see. All right, well, I'm going to do this like it's live, so here we go. All right, I'm Gary Parent. I share the incredible powers of Qigong, breath-work, and an emotional freedom technique called EFT, which is short for Emotional Freedom Technique. All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the lymph. We're going to be talking about, get the paperwork ready here. We're going to talk about spine, the spinal fluid, and how to open the gate so that it can flow freely. And we're also going to be talking about different stances that will help your body realign and strengthen, yet at the same time soften anything that came into your life that's causing restrictions from blood and lymph flowing. Mental clarity will come back. All right, so let's just get into this. So with the lymphatic flow, which is just as important as the flow of your blood, your circulation, there are many areas in the body, 12 to be exact, where it can get stuck. And it's quite common that it does get stuck there. These areas, it's important to open them and keep them open every day. The very first one where lymph can get stuck, and we'll explain as thing goes on here what exactly it means when your lymphatic system gets stuck. So take your collarbone, one finger above the collarbone and one below the collarbone. This is where all lymph has to flow to this area. And we just slide out the collarbone and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, there's a mirror image in the body. So what's on this side is also on this side, right directly across from it. So if you memorize one side, you have the whole 12, all right? So on the other side, one finger above and one below the collarbone, and we slide out the collarbone, and we don't have to do this hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, above the jawbone, right behind the earlobe right here, there's a little indentation, a little hole. We want to make sure that we get that clear. The largest lymph node in the neck is right here, and all the blood has to go on the outside of that lymph node into the head, which means what's ready to be recycled has to come back down by that spot. Well, if this starts to swell, it can affect how much blood is going in, and the acidic blood going back down is not able to leave, and this can cause all kinds of issues in your mind, in your daily thinking. So we only do one side at a time. Remember, the blood flows up past this, and if we push on both sides at the same time, it doesn't mean it'll happen, but you could pass out. All right, one side at a time. We just put our finger in that little indentation right there, and we gently pull down 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we go down this big muscle on the side of the neck, and we do that 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we go to the other side, and we come down 9 times. That little hole just above the jaw, right behind the earlobe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we go down the side of the neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Everything up here is gravity fed. Everything has to travel from your toes all the way up to get to here, okay, is against gravity. This is why it's so important to lay down at night and to rest. So we're gonna move to an area, this is the third area where lymph can get stagnant. And if it does, it backs up in the house, which is all kinds of diseases in the body. So right where the shoulder rolls into the chest plate, there's a little groove there. We want to work that area. We can tap it, slap it, rub, whatever you feel like doing, okay? And then we go under the armpit. And we get that the lower rib, lower rib. And then I like to push across. This will get any dense tissue. It'll start to break it up, scar tissue, all this stuff. It'll start to move it all out of there. Then we go right to the other side. Remember, it's a mirror image. And you can do these fairly fast because we're going to be doing other things to keep them open also. But this is a really important thing to do. Okay, and across, and you're going to do this once a week, 2 times a week, every day, it's up to you. It's important to listen to your body. Your body knows the deal. All right, now the rib is a cage, and if it gets stuck, you're not able to take a full breath. So we want to make sure that our rib cage is expanding to allow more oxygen to get into the lungs. So we put our hands on our lower ribs, and you watch, we're doing belly breaths the whole time we're doing this, right? So we breathe in through the nose, and my belly just expanded, and we exhale through the mouth. Now, this is what it should look like. When you breathe in through the nose, you should see your hands spread. And then, when you exhale, this area right through here and around the belly button, it gave you life, it created you. We're gonna make sure that that stays open because there's a lot of veins and nerves right around your belly button. And we wanna make sure that we keep those moving. They can get quite congested. 2/3 of our fluid is right here. We wanna make sure we keep that moving. And we use the heels of our hands, and we push, and we're massaging our organs and glands right here. We're pushing the liquid out of them, not all, obviously. And we use our fingers to pull back. And what we're doing is we're moving the lymph and the blood back and forth through this tissue to help open it up so that it can flow properly. And then we tap. Our body is full of crystal compounds. And as we tap, it vibrates those and it generates energy, healing energy. The energy that created you is what we are expanding in the body right now. All right, now we're gonna go to a 5th area that we can have a lot of issues. And we don't want anything backing up here, and we don't want anything backing up anywhere in the body. We need to keep this lymphatic system flowing, and that is the groin. I use a knife edge here, use my fingertips up top, and the palms of my hands on the inside of the thighs. All areas must remain flowing in the body no matter how old we are. Stagnation is a long, painful death. And it's only stagnant because we're not moving it properly. So the top of our calves is our second heart. Okay, so there's one on each side because the body doesn't know, like this side does not know this side exists, and this one doesn't know this side exists, which is why we can have a life-threatening disease on one side of our body and not the other. Or if we get Novocaine, let's say we get it here, it will only go to the center, and only half of our tongue will get numb. So all these little things about the body that we've forgotten, from cellular amnesia. So when we work behind the knee, which is where we're going now, this is an area that can get quite stagnant. Our knees take a lot of abuse. So what we do is we rub our knee and we tap. And this will help open that gate. And then this side. All right, now we're gonna do 3 lion's breaths. You can do as many as you want. Lion's breaths help clean the lungs out. Most of the toxins are heavier than the air, and they settle in the bottom of the lungs, and that's where most of our blood oxygen transfer takes place, is in the bottom of the lungs. And the lungs don't breathe, they're just a sac. It's the muscles and the rib cage's ability to expand that allows it to go deeper. And when you clean the lungs, it goes really deep, and you get more oxygen in the blood going to all the different areas of the body, all the cells. Now, to do this, we inhale through the nose, we tip our head back and smile, and then we hold, and then we stick our tongue all the way out, like that. And we go, and this is an exhale through the mouth. So we're gonna do 3 of those. So we're gonna inhale through the nose, tip our head back and smile. Nice deep belly breath. And tongue all the way out, lion's breath, exhale. What we're really doing is we're matching our breath to our movement. When there is dis-ease in the body, the breath and the movement do not match. And this is our power. The breath is the power of the body. The same energy that's flowing through us is the same energy that spins the entire universe. Inhale through the nose, head back, smile. Lion's breath, exhale. On the exhale, it should start when we start going down, and it should end when we get back up here. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. As you do this, that rhythm of your breath and your movement will start to sync. And your strength and your ability to heal will go through the roof. One more, here we go. Inhale through the nose, head back, smile. Lion's breath, exhale. Now, for some of you may not be able to bend over and do that. You can do this sitting too. If you can't go all the way down, go as far as you can. We are not here to push the body. We're here to help it rejuvenate, revitalize, and build that immune system that protects us. And 80% of that is in the gut. All right. Now we're going to do spinal flow. Really important, the spinal flow. There's an area or a gate, if you want to call it, at the top and one at the bottom. This is real simple to do, but make sure that you don't, that you're well balanced, or if you need to lean against something, because we're going to tip our head back like this, and then we exhale, we're going to go into kind of like a standing fetal position, and that will open and close the gates of the spinal column. So we inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale to a stance. Nice and relaxed. Now, we're going to do a breath right here, since we've cleaned the airway, okay? We're going to start here, okay? This is called the horse stance. And how deep you get into this, you do what you can do right now. That's all we're going to do, right? So we're kind of sitting on our skeletal structure here. There's no pressure on the knees or any joints in the body, but the legs, the muscles in the legs are fully flexed. And this is important because that's our longevity. The stronger our legs are, the stronger we are. And the more alignment we are with things like the horse stance, the stronger we will get. And the more ability and agility we will have as we age, so we're not falling over, okay? Remember, 2/3 of the fluid is right here, plus your head. So when you lean to the side, that's all moving that way, and if your core strength is not strong enough, you're gonna lose your balance. All right, so this breath starts here. It's an inhale through the nose. We stand, and the hands stop at the chest, and that breath should match. Full breath right here. Then we exhale through the mouth, and we go right back into a horse stance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going right up over our head. Palms towards the sky. Inhale. Hands towards the earth. Palms towards the earth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to stop at the top. Inhale. And we're going to turn to the left as we exhale through the mouth. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center and hold. Now we're going to take our hands down this way and go right back into a horse stance. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale right back up the center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Shake it out. This is something we should be doing all the time. We used to love to shake as kids, but we need to get back to that. We've lost a lot of our natural abilities to play and laugh and have fun. All right. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to work hands, and we're working every joint in the body. In fact, before I do that, I want to show you the Zen swing. We're going to lift this heel, okay? And we're just going to swing to the side. And the slower you go, the more energy you generate. The more energy you generate, because it's the same energy that created you, it will go through the body and it will heal whatever is wrong. It's amazing what it'll do to past injuries. But if it's something that happened in the body naturally, then it's quite reversible, okay? But you're gonna have to do kind of like what I'm doing here with this Qigong and this breath work, and relaxing, taking it easy. So we're gonna be rolling our hands like this, okay? And we're gonna be, our intention is to tell the mind to generate whatever it needs to keep all our joints healthy, flexible, and strong. All right, now we're gonna go to wrists. There's a couple ways you can do this, but I prefer this one. We're rolling the wrists around. We're keeping the energy flowing through because this is a joint. And if it gets an impingement in it, it slows the energy down going to the hand, and the hand gets weak. If it's the elbow, from the elbow down, it gets weak. If it's the shoulder, from the shoulder down, it gets weak. We can regenerate that through breath and movement. All right, other direction. I think I just switched, but. Okay, now we're gonna do elbows. Step back here a little bit. And we're just gonna go around like this. Remember, the slower you go, the better. We're gonna go right from this, right into shoulders. Other direction. We're gonna go right into the Zen swing. What's really important about this is we're moving all the joints, all the muscles, everything in the body is moving right now. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, whatever's natural for you. Try to do a deep breath though, belly breath. The body is a compression-decompression chamber. This is why cold and saunas work so well. The cold compresses the body and the sauna expands it. Well, the breath does the same thing. As it is going into the body is expanding. And then when you exhale, it's decompressing and you're moving all the blood and lymph. What else is important is the blood has a pump system, automatic. Well, the lymph doesn't. It's manual. And this is why people are getting so much trouble when they're sitting all the time. The three pumps are the diaphragm and the balls of the feet. This is why walking is so good for us. All right. So now we're going to move on to hips. Think of a belly dancer, right? Put our hands on our hips, and we're just going to move our hips around in a circle. This helps loosen up the sacrum, which is the base of the spine. It's also what opening the spinal gates are about. Then we go in the other direction. You may find one way a lot easier than another. Well, we're trying to balance the body out. So you may have to go through it to get to it and balance those areas so that left and right, they may not be the same, but they're going to be a lot better. They're going to be a lot more balanced. All right. So now we're going to go to knees. And with the knees, we tap on the kneecaps 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we go to the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Then behind the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Arthritis is dehydration. It's not getting proper oxygen, nutrition, and hydration to the knee, and the cells are literally dying on the vine here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we go to the ball of the foot, which is a very important lymphatic pump. So we leave the ball of the foot on the ground, and we just roll around like this. Other direction. Then the other foot. And don't go into where there's pain. If your knees bother you, you do this the best you can, and over time, that will loosen, and you'll be able to use that knee again like you probably haven't used it in years. All right. So now we're going to, that completes that little session right there. We just moved every joint and every muscle in the body. We're going to go back to horse stance. I'm going to show you some things you can do with that. Okay, shoulder width apart. a little wider, whatever's comfortable for you. The depth, that's up to you. It's not up to me. It's what your body will allow you to do right now. And as you train and you do this, the body will loosen up and you'll be able to do this probably better than me. Who knows, right? So what we're gonna do, this is kind of a Wim Hof thing, right? So we're turning the spine, the hips, the knees, all the way down to our feet. Feel your feet touching the earth. Feel the breath as it enters your body. Now you can inhale one way, or say we go. Slow it down. Another thing we can do from the horse stance is just stand in the horse stance. Another thing we can do is to rock. We're lifting this toe and this heel. If you're not ready for that particular thing yet, this all has to do with balance. We can actually just lift the toe from side to side, but if you want it more advanced, it's heel toe. And be careful with these, because there's a lot of that. It can really affect your thighs. All right, and the last thing we're going to talk about is a squat. Now, with a squat, and you're going to have to feel your way into this if you're not very good at it, but the more the hips open, the more the spinal column aligns and relaxes. So if you can put your heels on the ground and get down as far as you can, that's good. And we just want to stay here. Now you can put your hands together and your knees on your, and your elbows on your knees, and push. Just push down with your hands. And that will help open up your hips. But don't get too aggressive on this. Give your body time to adjust. And thank you for spending time with me here today. I love you guys. And there'll be more live videos coming. I'm doing one Friday. That'll be this is my first live video. This will be my second. I just thought I'd try this to see how it worked. And I'm really looking forward to working with everybody. And I love you all. And I'll see you in the next video. If I can figure out how to shut this one off. I don't know what that does. Copy link. Well, this is interesting. What does that do? Let's see. This is bizarre, man. Well, I can at least show you where I'm at here. This is a beautiful, beautiful spot. There's a lot of drum ceremonies here. This mural on the side of this building is absolutely stunning.